Hi girls, it's Claire. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a video discussing a few things 2020 has taught me. You may relate, you may have some stuff to add. If so, make sure to comment down below. But without further ado, we're going to get into this kind of like reflections of 2020 video. And never coming down, they should call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day, like day by day. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are new here, my name is Claire Nisha, but my channel is Creative Claire, and here I post, I try to do twice a week, but at least one time a week, content and fun and just like random things that go on in my life. And you know, sometimes it's talking videos, sometimes it's vlogs, and I hope that if you enjoyed this video, you might consider looking at some of my other videos, because I made a lot of them last year. I made 75 videos. Like, that's like the most videos I made in 1 year. Even though it doesn't seem like a lot, it really is for me. And I did do like a really quick 3-minute kind of rewind of the year. If you haven't watched that already, that will be in the iCards above. To be grateful. Now I know that sounds so cliche or so kind of like overused, repeated, but to truly just be grateful for just, you know, waking up today. Grateful that the world hasn't came to an end yet, because that's what it really seemed like this year. I'm really not trying to be dramatic, but you know, just taking a few moments to be like, what am I like grateful for right now? And I know that we didn't get the full opportunity to accomplish everything on our vision boards, but you know, I'm just grateful that we survived 2020. Like, I feel like everyone should get like a trophy or something just for surviving 2020. It's been a really challenging year, but next thing I learned from 2020 is to set expectations, but don't let them determine or alter your self-esteem, because you know, when you go into the year, we have these vision boards and vision parties and, oh, I want to do this, all these goals and that type of thing, which is perfectly fine. It's perfectly normal. We all have goals and expectations for the year to come, which is really great. But what happens when all these things happen, all these things change, and then you know, we forget about our goals, and then it's like October, and then it's like, okay, it's the last few months of the year, so now what do we do? And there's still more stuff happening. Life keeps moving. It's never like a pause or a break. It was like a domino effect. And we all did set expectations, and we were kind of disappointed when it didn't get fulfilled. You know, like one big thing this year was the graduations. A lot of people didn't have their high school or college graduations or other, you know, really important ceremonies or celebrations, and it was like we did kind of give up as a whole. You know, we still got a lot done, but I can totally understand why, don't get me wrong, but you know, expectations are good to set, but you can't just like be like, if I don't get this and this year, then I'm just gonna give up, or I don't want to even try. So oh, and I didn't show you guys my vision board from last year, but I think I'm going to show that in a upcoming video that I have planned, so you got to stay tuned. But I will show that in the next video probably. Okay, next thing I learned from 2020 is to be productive. I know that, especially with quarantine, it was like, don't really feel like being productive, especially when we're, you know, being at home and having to do school, having to do chores, having to do other things, and just having to do things that we do outside of home, in our home, with other distractions and other family, everyone together. That was like really stressful. But I get a lot done this year, and mostly like kind of with my channel and with my hobbies, not as much like other aspects of my life, but I really feel like I grew a lot, kind of working on myself and working on my hobbies this year. To just let yourself be, that's something that was really hard for me to grasp, because it's like, again, with the expectations, and then it's just like you never feel like it's like enough. It's just like, okay, the time is gonna pass by, and there's like I had so many video ideas and content ideas and things I wanted to do, and then when they didn't get when they didn't get done, I was kind of like disheartened. And so these mostly unrealistic expectations of the year. So I just had to let myself be and take some time to think and really focus on myself more. I learned to be authentic to myself. That was another thing, with like YouTube and social media. It's just like so many attitudes and behaviors with women, especially on YouTube, and it's just like if you don't fit that mold, then it's just like you're not trendy or you're not popular. And it's like, truly be myself, and if people like that, then that's good. If they don't, then there's many other people on the platform. There's many other people they can be friends with in real life. So it was hard for me, but I feel like I worked on that a lot this year. Another thing is Cherish Relationships. Again, a lot of people have unfortunately lost a family member, lost a friend, all these other unfortunate things. Like, wow, I need to just really enjoy these relationships more. And by relationship, I mean like family, friends. I don't mean like a dating relationship. I mean just like a relationship that you have with someone. But yeah, I really reflected, and I was just like, wow, I should really be more grateful for, having a healthy family, having healthy friends, and making friends. I feel like I have made a lot of friends, and I've made better connections with people, even if I don't necessarily consider them like a friend or a best friend. Just connecting with people, starting a conversation, learning a bit more about someone, and not just focusing so much on myself. Doing this, that's building a relationship, and just making other people feel included and feel like their voice is heard. This was hard. This is a really, really hard year for everyone. So just having a little bit of extra sympathy and extra compassion. This one was really, really difficult, but to just push through the hardships, because I know I sound like a hypocrite, but I feel like I did an okay job with this. It was still really hard, but it was just so much stuff going on. It's like we didn't really have enough time to just sit and think what's really happening, not only in America, not only in the United States, not only in my state or my city, but all over the world. There's just so much going on this year. Not in like reflecting, but not like be what we wish could have happened in 2020. It should be its own year and its own, whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen, whether we set these goals or whether we set these expectations. Change is okay. Change is necessary, and it comes in various forms. So many things were changing. Like when you go outside and when you go into a building, you have to wear a mask. You have to wear face covering. You should be distanced from other people. You should be, using hand sanitizer more often. You should be disinfecting more often. And you have these other regulations coming to travel and dining and other, things. Like our generation's like outreach and stuff. I feel like we have really caused not a rising, but I feel like we've really done a lot this year, using our voices and using our platforms. Though a lot of them are small, we really did create change, especially in the Black Lives Matter movement, which is still going on, even though it's not shown as much. But that is still happening. These things are still happening. It wasn't just a few months or a few weeks, a few days of posting black squares and activism and stuff. This stuff is still going on. We still have more work to do, and I feel like we really did a great job with pushing out those important issues and not just making jokes and stuff, but we really did come together and actually do something you know, this year. Like, I'm really proud of us. For me to value myself and my opinions and my decisions, because it was like kind of like weighing the outcome of a lot of really important decisions. One big one was whether I was going to go back to school or not. It's my first year of high school and a pandemic is happening. You know, people are dying, people are getting severely sick. So I really had to, you know, ask myself and ponder upon that, and that was a big decision. But I'm glad that I actually did go back to school. We were following all the measures and stuff. People were still getting sick, unfortunately, but I feel like I would be in a much worse place if I would have decided to stay home, just because nothing was gonna get done and my GPA would literally be declining. Ever since I really motivated myself and I set true intentions for what I wanted my first year of high school to be, I have been doing really good with my grades, and I hope to continue to do good. And, you know, a big decision for me, and I really had to value my opinions. We had opinions from health officials and family and friends and stuff, which is, you know, good, but it was like at the end of the day, like, I have to decide what I want to do, because I don't want to be like, oh, I should have went to school, or oh, I should have stayed home. It's like I had to make that decision. It was really, really important, and I'm glad that I made the decision that I did. A few more lessons I learned were to, oh wait, my camera is about to die, so let me end this recording and plug it in. Okay guys, we are back and we're on again. We got the camera charging. Okay, let me hurry up and wrap up this video. I really don't want it to be too long. True relationship with God is really, really valuable and really, really mandatory. I feel like that was another thing that I feel like I'm saying I feel like a lot in this video, but like, as I look back on 2020, a lot of people gave their hearts to Christ, and they really took Christianity more seriously, and the gospel was spread a lot more like this. And I plan on taking it even more seriously this year, and, you know, putting that before other things. And it's really hard for me, but you know, like, it's a necessity. It's not like an option, you know. It's something that is, you know, gonna be consistent. We have that really, really helped me this year, and I want to keep that, you know, reminder for this year as we are entering it. Next thing, nothing comes without sacrifices. Now this one is directly from most of my Ree's video. I really liked that, I don't know what you call it, but it's not a tip, but I really like that reflection, because nothing came without sacrifices this year. Like, something that's happening right now, as you guys already know, this stimulus that we're getting, you know, we're getting this set amount of money for millions of people's lives that are lost. You know, it's like 1 million people die, $100 on a check. You know, like, nothing is coming without sacrifices. Like, nothing is truly coming without sacrifices, whether those are personal sacrifices for, you know, our health and well-being and just a greater quality of life. But seriously, nothing is coming without giving something in return or something else happening. Last but not least, my last reflection or lesson learned in 2020 was to let go of my self-image and the perfection attitude, which is something else that is really, really hard for me, because I feel like I have to have a certain, like, image or a certain way I want myself to be, like, portrayed as, and, like, when that's not portrayed, or when the perfect attitude is, like, broken, then I'm just like, oh no, like, what now? So of course no one is perfect, but it's like sometimes I feel like I have to be perfect or do these certain things to like feel like more accepted. I don't know why maybe it's just me, like, I don't know, but I feel like I was able to really work on that this year, and I'm hoping that I can like get over that and work towards getting over that in this year for us. I'm hoping that we can kind of, you know, think about what things happened in 2020 and how can we use those things to make 2021 better while still just letting 2021 just, you know, do its thing. Each year is different, even though it doesn't seem like it, because like before 2020, the only one good thing I can say about 2020 is that 2020 has character, and I'm really hoping that this year can just be like 1,000 times better, and it can be like really good, and we're able to just, you know, accomplish our goals and to just do better and live better, think better, be happier, all that good stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of long, hopefully it wasn't too long, but please comment down below what are your reflections, a few reflections of 2020, some things you learned, some lessons you learned, and stay tuned for the next video because it's going to be very good. I'm super excited about it and I can't wait for you guys to see it, but until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys! And stay tuned for next year's video. Okay, one more time. Stay tuned for wait, what? Wait. Oh, no, just stand there and wait.
Red and orange sorbet, like it is the best yet. In October, it feels like summertime.